energetically. Also, you come to know about when you meet people. That's very important. And also, I
Yeah.
tell people, all the artists, like when you wake up in the morning, don't say those words, oh, those past stories, I worked hard, I struggled hard. I said, no, get up in the morning, get up and say, thank you, universe. Today,
Yeah.
the day is so good. And with that energy, go for an audition or meet people.
Yeah.
Energy speaks louder than that
Oh,
physical.
you're so right. I love the fact that you brought that up because, that's, yeah, I spoke to a young actor last weekend, and they're pursuing this, and right now they're doing well. And she had said, John, thank you for the advice that you gave me before. I really thought about what you said, and things are moving forward and they're growing. And I said, okay, great. But now, the next thing that you should do is all the stuff that's inside, let it come out, because
Yes.
it's your chi, your internal self, that specialness that's inside that not just anybody can practice to be. Let it come out, because that's what people get excited about. It's that internal, and it's ultimately it's how you make people feel.
Feel,
Ultimately,
yes.
we have a great conversation, and that person's not talking just about themselves. They're asking questions about you. They're interested in wanting to know about you. And
Yes.
that makes for a great conversation, and that makes for a good feeling, and that projects in the film projects, TV roles. People can feel that, and
That
they're
aura and energy. Yeah, I have
and
seen that. And that makes
yeah.
you a charismatic person. I've noticed one thing when you're, okay, let me tell you before we proceed ahead. John's film, The Bouncer, has
Ah,
released, where he has taken a center stage. Completely, I feel you're overpowering the other artists. Let me tell you, all the artists are excellent and they've done a
thank you.
tremendous job. But when you are there, I see your aura is just larger than life.
Oh my God. Like,
You're so charismatic when you're fighting and you're performing. It looks so natural. It doesn't even look choreographed. So people out there, please do watch the film The Bouncer. And this is the action thrill film. And I've seen the trailer of it. It's interesting. So coming back to our interesting question is, how do you prepare yourself like this kind of film, like, Bouncer, and another film I think is Cable. That film is also,
yeah,
based, you
exactly.
have got.
You
Yeah,
know,
and then, yeah, please continue.
okay, for The Bouncer, I mean, that was the first film project that I filmed outside of the United States. So that was filmed in Bucharest, Romania. And so it was the first time I've ever filmed outside. And it was cold during that time. As far as preparation, I have the lead role in that movie. So the responsibility, the weight on our shoulders to make sure that everything works out well, that all the performances are real and authentic. It just takes so much time and effort. Physically, I needed to get ready. So the amount of training I had to do to physically prepare for the fight scenes. And to your point about the fight scenes, those were done on the spot.
Oh,
So
really? Wow, how
yes,
spontaneous.
all the fight scenes, I showed the stunt people right there on the spot. Okay, throw a punch at me. Okay, react this way, do this way. Okay, are you okay with it? Okay, let's do it. Let's film it. And we would film it right there on the spot. Every single fight scene was done that way because I didn't have the liberty of meeting with the stunt team beforehand. So we had to do it right there and then. So in a lot of ways, it looked natural because it was almost real. Because they would throw
It
punches
came
and
out so natural. I can see you're here, there, and it really looks natural. It doesn't
thank you.
look
Thank you very much.
you're acting, or you're being you. You are just absorbed in that character. And of course, you have taken the center stage. You are like a son there. Your aura is totally expanding, and maybe I'm being biased. I don't know, but I'm just my eyes are on you. But you
Thank
have
you
done
very much.
excellent work, and
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
and I would like to mention that you can see John in other films like Matrix 4, then Venom, then leads you did in Dragon and Unleashed, and the Cable I just mentioned it. And
Yeah.
there are many of projects you have done likewise, right?
Yeah, I've had the great fortune of having the lead role in, I want to say like 4 or 5 films now. Uh,
Okay.
so, so there's one called The Infinity Project, Cabal, Demon Fighter, The Bouncer, and I just got casted in this new role for a movie that we just started production. It's called The Boxer.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah, so what was
Congratulations
the
on
bouncer?
that.
So I just got casted for that, for the lead on that one, and we just started production. We did our first day of filming last week, and in the next week or so, I'll go back to Los Angeles and finish the film.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see you again on my show
Oh,
for that and
absolutely.
promotions also.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
between that, we'll do many episodes because what I understood talking with you, you have a lot of content. I mean, to give to the out to the world, and it will really help children's also, or women empowerment, or generally people related to martial art as well as an artist. So one question I want to ask you, a lot of artists are very good artists, okay, like singer,
Yeah.
actor, whatever. But do you think entrepreneurial skills are at the same time important to brand themselves, that is personal brand value, like how you have done, like scaled up yourself? Some artists are very good artists, very creative, but when it comes to branding or speaking out, they are like, their energy is like this introvert. I would not say introvert also. They don't speak out.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurial skills, they lack, you know, they
Yeah.
lack how to close deals. You have to be a very good salesperson here also
Oh,
because it's a service industry. Yeah. Yeah, I can sell everything, every part of me, like, my hair, my teeth, for an
no,
ad,
no.
anything. It's like that. So I want to ask you that question. How
It's.
important?
I think
What are the entrepreneurial skills required?
I've had the great privilege of running my own businesses for the last 35 years. So in doing so, you know, business is business is business. It's all the same. You have a product, you have a consumer, and it's how you label the product, how you market the product, how you present that product to stimulate people's interests. That is so important. So when that reflects back to ourselves, when we're kind of going, okay, how do I do that for myself? A lot has to do with what people are interested in. So, one of the things that I really admire other artists do is that they're just themselves. So it's kind of like, you take me or leave me. This is who I am. Some people like me, some people don't. For myself, I love people. I love all people. And it's just the way I grew up. I love different cultures, different customs, traditions, faiths, languages, food, because, we all love to, eating is enjoyment. It's emotional. It's an emotional stimulus. So I just love people. And I've had the great privilege of traveling enough to know that we're all the same. And we all have a lot of the same commonality. And when you can tap into that, when you can stimulate people's emotions in a way that makes them excited, they get excited about whatever that we're doing, or you cause them to feel in a certain scene that we're doing that they can reflect on, that they can go, oh my God, it's like they're talking just to me.
Yeah.
Then that is a way of branding ourselves. If you can stimulate those emotions, we just approach it in just different ways. People like controversy, so they become politically driven, or they like non-mainstream things. So there's just different ways of approaching it. For me, I'm just kind of myself. And,
Yes.
and
Actually, yours and mine. Yeah, tell me.
I love life.
Please.
I love life.
Yeah.
And to you, because you said it, you wake up in the morning appreciating that you have another day to live, that you can make it whatever you want.
Yes.
And I think instinctively as people, we tend to think negatively. And everything that we think of tends to be fear-based. So we're afraid of that something that's happening in the future. We reflect on what's happened in the past that makes us feel a certain way. But we're never in the present. Okay, I'm here, I'm speaking to you, I'm having this amazing conversation. We can finally speak to one another like this. It's been a long time.
Yes.
And this is an amazing part of my day.
You know what? I have traveled so much across the globe. You and me, I think we think same. I have told so many people. After being with so many people, I see people around the globe on the basic level are same. People have same issues, Certain things are quite similar. So when you can stimulate certain aspects of them, they get, some part of the energy relates to us, and that's where we need to tap in, and you can create your branding. And I love food, and I'm a very good cook, by the way. And when I go to a restaurant, I like to have multicultural cuisine. I ask their history, and I'll sit with them, and they'll tell me their issues, problems, good, bad, everything, and everything is related to food. Okay, like from wherever it has come. So then the whole story becomes somewhere, and we can relate somewhere. So the food is not just about eating food in some restaurant. I literally talk with the people from where it came, what is its history, and they feel so good. I have done in LA also many times, like certain countries they come, and mostly in Melrose I see a lot of this different cultural food, and then I talk to them in LA, and they talk to me, they feel so good. So good. Oh my God, emotionally they will connect, and they'll say, they give extra portion, they come back next time. I mean, they feel that I'm their family member,
That's great.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. I mean, the best part about it is that you and me connect. And now you have worked alongside many interesting icons like Keanu Reeves and Lo Ferrigno. And what are your memorable moments with them? How you guys got influenced with each other, spending time on set?
Wow, when I work with Keanu Reeves, I had no idea I was even going to work with them, because Matrix 4 was such a secret project. My agent contacted me, and this is how it all came about. And he said, "Hey, John, you know what? I've got this really small role in this movie. The movie's big, but the role's really small, just a few lines with the lead actor. Do you want to do this?" And I said, "Yes, of course I want to do this." I said, "Okay, what project is this?" "Well, I can't tell you what the name of the project is, but it's under Project Ice Cream." I said, "Hey, I love ice cream. Let's people like ice cream. Let's do it." So, and I asked, "Okay, what is it about?" "Well, it's kind of a sci-fi." So she couldn't really tell me too much information. I said, "Well, who are the leads?" I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that either." So they gave me the script, and of course, you prepare for that. The day of filming, you go through. There's 3 stages of filming a big production. You go to base camp where all the actors come and you fill out your paperwork. Then you go to holding, which is like a green room where you wait until you go on set. Then you go on set. So I'm on set. They do the hair and makeup. They do last looks, and they set me in the right location. And I'm kind of rehearsing my lines in my head. And then in walks the lead, Keanu Reeves. I'm going, what?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And he's such a nice guy. His reputation
It's
precedes.
nice.
Yeah. He came straight to me and, and he offered his hand. He goes, "Hi, John, it's going to be nice working with you today." And I'm going, "Oh, great." Inside you're kind of going, "Wow, really, Keanu Reeves?" but you're professionals. So you're there to
Yeah.
do a job and you're there to get it done. And that's how it came about. And just the way I do this is I've had the great privilege of working with such amazing talent, such great veteran actors. And what I do is I just become the student. I watch what they do. I watch how they prepare for a scene. I watch how they receive instruction from the director. And I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, and because I constantly want to improve my abilities. And I constantly want to be a better product for a project to have, for me to be a part of it. And so I'm constantly just trying to improve myself.
I understand. So, who has been like in my case? What happened? I didn't understand Matrix when I saw for the first time. Okay, then
Uh-huh.
later when I watched it after many years, then I understood the whole quantum science works,
Yeah.
the parallel universe, metaphysics, and metaverse. Because I am also a wellness,
Yes.
therapist, or you can say metaphysical healer. And then when I studied that and I took diploma, then I went back to study Matrix because my teacher told me go and watch Harry Potter and Matrix, you will understand. And now I understand Matrix. I still need to understand more, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But still, I understood. First time I didn't understand the film at all. I could not relate to it actually, but later on I could. But it's
Yeah.
great that you got such a great film. I see, no role is big or small. It's about the brand, also about the film. It's a very big brand where you were
Oh yeah.
associated.
It's funny because it's the same process. So whether it be a multi-million-dollar Hollywood produced film or an independent, a low budget independent film, it all involves the same nuts and bolts of pulling it together. Just maybe one person does more jobs than when you have in a larger production, but it's all the same. It doesn't matter. It's just as important. I feel the same sense of responsibility and excitement to be in a low budget independent film as I would in a multi-million dollar Hollywood
Yeah, yeah,
production
exactly.
film. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Same, yeah, the same work, same responsibility, same process you have to go through. Like there is no difference, but that's a very good opportunity that you got it. So the universe gives you in surprises sometimes. So,
Yeah.
who's your influencer? Bruce Lee, he was your inspiration.
Oh,
So, what is
absolutely.
his philosophy that influenced you so much that you took this path?
It does. There are times in our lives that we reach a milestone. It could be a song that we listen to. It could be somebody that we saw on the movies or TV. It could be a teacher that we had going through school. But they change your life. And and Bruce Lee was a big influencer for me. But not only in the martial arts, but he was a very good actor too. And I just
Yeah, that's
wanted.
what I want to ask you. What philosophy did you learn from him as an actor, as a martial art artist?
He had a charisma. He had an intensity that you would rarely see from one individual in the movies. And what I loved about Bruce Lee is he made the world colorblind. And what I mean by that is that it did not matter that his culture was Chinese. He was born in the United States, but his culture is Chinese. It didn't matter that he grew up in Hong Kong. It didn't matter that he spoke a different language. It didn't matter that he had an accent when he spoke English. We all were infected by his charisma, his intensity, his physique. He was a handsome guy. He was a good-looking guy too. We were just drawn by that, and it affected everybody. So And it was all over the world. All over the world, people wanted to be that. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter that he didn't look like them. But there was that inside specialness that came out that we wanted to be. Yeah.
That's interesting. So before we go ahead, you have a surprise, by the way, but the surprise is very fun right now. And I would like to repeat again, listeners and audience out there across the globe, please go and watch the film Dap Bouncer. So, John, please let our audience and the listeners where they get to see this film.
Yeah. So right now, The Bouncer has been released in the Northern California, or Northern Americas, pardon me. So that would be the United States and Canada. So every streaming service, every, Amazon Prime, Hulu, just think of every streaming service. All they have to do is just go ahead and type in The Bouncer, maybe my name also, John Ozuna, and then it will come up. They can rent it, they can buy it, they can buy a physical DVD. In the next few months, it will be released internationally. And I'm very excited for that as well. And we'll let everybody know when that happens.
Wow, interesting. So with that, we come to the end of one part of the episode, and we'll join again in the next episode also, because I'm excited to talk with you more.